Okay, we just got finished talking about some challenges, right? But dig this one. Here was a big challenge for me, man. The relationship that I've developed with my father and my mom, you know, my brothers and sisters, right? Now I told you I'm the oldest out of 10 kids. Like I was my father's pride and joy, my mom too. Even though they separated when I was 4, that's another story. That's for my autobiography. Um, my father and I weren't on speaking terms before I got into my recovery process back when I was 52. I think my father and I hadn't spoken in 10 years. I remember being totally wasted out of my mind, and my father's a minister, right? So every time he gets on the phone with me, it was always something he wanted to give me positive from the Bible, or he wanted to discuss some biblical something going on, and I'm stoned out of my head. I'm cussing him out every time we get on the phone. Can't we just be father and son? I remember throwing the phone and not picking up that phone for 10 years after that, right? So my first year in recovery, right, I wanted to make amends to my dad for that because, that bothered me. Dude meant well, and he always means well for me, man. But anyway, I didn't know how to face my father and apologize and let him know that, that wasn't your son. That was the drugs, blah, 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 right? So I recorded it on a CD, what I was going to say to him, like what I'm doing with you now. I actually stood in a room and I had a co-recorder on and I talked as if I was talking to him and I sent him the CDs. Lives in North Carolina. And a couple days later, as I remember, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I got a phone call, and guess who's on the phone? His dad. And he says to me, he says, "Son, I had the worst toothache. I was about to go to the emergency room, and when I heard your voice on this CD, the toothache went away." And we got into this real deep conversation of what I was saying on the CD. And my father said to me, "Son, I have always loved you. You're my child. I never stopped loving you. And I lost it." And that was the beginning of developing the relationship with my dad again. And then my mom. And then my brothers and sisters, even though we kind of found each other on Facebook. But all my siblings, and they all have kids, and I had nephews I'd never seen, nieces I'd never seen, but they all heard about Uncle Troy. I was that Uncle Troy, like the one that you come to Thanksgiving, they don't really want to let you in. They hand the plate out the door, Uncle Troy. Hide the liquor, Uncle Troy's coming. So and today, man, the support I get from my family about where I'm at and what I'm doing is very powerful for me because that's where I come from. This is my blood being a part of my life. And believe it or not, they never were not a part of my life. I just wasn't a part of theirs. My brothers and sisters went on to get married. Their kids went on to get married. I'm a great uncle. God bless. Actually, I'm a great great uncle. I have nieces who have kids that have kids, right? And what really brought it home for me is that I'm the oldest out of all of the children in the Bowles and Woodridge clan. Right, I'm the firstborn, and the youngest baby out of the clan of the Bowles and Woodridges and Browns, I think, whatever, is my great great niece June, and we share the same birthday. January 26th, I'm 1964, and hers is January 26th, 2018, right? And I said, as I got born, another entity in my family was born and carries that positive trait, hopefully, that she never has to be like Uncle Troy, right? Now, one of my brothers and sisters ever did anything that I did. They all became very successful and successful parents and things like that. And I'm so proud of them. And they, in turn, told me, "We love you so much, Joy. We look up to you. You are my hero." I lost it. They said, "Out of all you, oh man, my father came at me and said, you know, son, you are right where I envisioned you to be since a baby. It's like you never skipped a beat. Although you went through the trials and tribulations of Job." Ooh, he hit me with that one. He said, "Yeah, 40 years. And you came out better than you ever, I could ever imagine." Right? So those kind of affirmations coming from my blood, my loved ones, man, fuels me to continue to be right, man. To continue to be a Bose, to be proud of where I come from and who I am. They just affirm for me that, I have family and I'm much loved and I love them too. And if you can connect with your family like I did with mine, believe in me, that is such a blessing. You know, to be able to not be judged and not anybody have any resentments or hold anything against you because they knew that wasn't you. That was not Troy. This is my brother. This is my son. You know, this is my Uncle Troy. Feels good, guys. Until the next series. Peace.